All right, in this video, we're going to see how you can use our APIs to run automations. Specifically, you're going to learn how to use no-code tools, like, for example, Zapier, N8N, Pabbly, or Make.com to run automations with our API. We're going to see some examples. Specifically, we're going to see how you can send review requests for your clients through API. So, for example, how your clients can connect a Google Sheet file and send a review request via SMS whenever there is a new row in the Google Sheet file with the name and the phone number of the end customer. And then we're going to see another example about how to automatically add a client to the platform whenever the client sign up for a PayPal subscription. Right, for example, you do not want to use our Stripe integration, you want to use PayPal. So I'm going to show you how you can integrate the platform with PayPal and automatically add clients whenever they buy one of your subscription plan in PayPal. All right, so let's start. And let's start with the API documentation. All right, because I'm going to show you how to work with the API documentation and the most famous no-code tools. For example, we want to create an automation for your clients so they automatically send an invite, so a review request, to their end clients via SMS. And we want to send this invite whenever there is a new row in Google Sheet with an email, sorry, a name and a phone number of the end customer. So, for example, your client keeps this Google Sheet file with two columns, right? Name and phone. Let me zoom a little bit. All right. Two columns, name and phone. And here they want to create an automation that whenever there is a new row with a new name and a new phone number, all right, whenever this thing happens, so we have a new row, we automatically send an SMS review request to this contact here. So your clients do not need to access to the platform; they just need to fill in this Google Sheet file, and automatically we send a review request. Let's do this automation, for example, with the Zapier first. All right, so I've already built this automation and I'm going to show you how it works. All right. All right. As you know, of course, we have a trigger and an action. The trigger is this Google Sheet trigger. So, new, a new or updated spreadsheet row. So we select this as the Google Sheet trigger. Of course, we select our specific worksheet and the trigger column, for example, the phone column. So whenever this column is going to be created or updated, we're going to send the invite. And of course, this is the action. All right, so I'm going to show you now how to build the action via Climbo API. Let me click on Edit Zap so you can see it. You can see the details of the action. So we create this webbook by Zapier action, sorry, and with the custom request as an action event. So very simple. From the app menu, we select webbooks by Zapier, and this is the action event. Then let's enter into the configuration of the action. It's very simple. The method is the post method. As you can see here, the send invite API is a post method, as you can see here, post. Then the URL is the URL that you see here. All right, this is the URL, and of course you have to change these two variables, business ID and location ID. So you can add the variables directly here. So this is the business ID and this is the location ID. So the URL is going to appear here, where you can find these two IDs in the API documentation inside the Climbo platform. So here you have all the list of your clients' IDs. For example, let's say that we want to automate review requests for this particular client. You see their business ID is here. So we just copy the business ID of this business and we paste it here in business ID. And then we get the location ID from here. So this is the location ID for this specific location. So we just copy the location ID and we paste it here. So doing this, we have our URL here. So we just need to copy the URL here until invite. And of course, we paste it here. So this is the URL that we're going to call whenever there is a new or updated spreadsheet row. So let's go down the configuration in Zapier. We have the data section. All right, what do we have to add here? We have to add simply this this thing. All right, so we just copy this thing, which is the JSON body of the request. Of course, we can add some default data. So, for example, example name and an example for number that we're going to change later. So let me do this process again for you. So I just copy the data here from the two parentheses, and I go here in the data section. Let me delete all this so I can do the process again for you, and we paste it here. Of course, we have to substitute the name and the value with the data that we get from the trigger. So we say that we want to automate the fact that whenever we have a new row, we send the review request. And so we're going to send the review request to this phone number, to the contact with this name here. So the name is in the column A and the phone number is in the column B. All right. So instead of Steve, so we take Steve, we delete it, and here we click on plus. All right. And you select the name. All right. And of course, the same thing for the phone number. So we delete everything. We keep the plus because the plus is mandatory for the request. And we select the phone number. All right. And so we go down, and of course, here we have to add 3 headers. All right. Where do we find them? We find them here. You can see header number 1, header number 2, header number 3. This is the name of the header. All right. That goes here in this first column. And this is the thing that goes into the second column. This thing here, this here, and of course our API key. Where do we find our API key? So this X API key, of course, we find it inside our API documentation here. All right. This is the API key for our specific agency account. So we just copy it and we paste it here. All right. And that's it. That's it. We can test the automation and then publish it. And of course, this is going to run automatically. So whenever we have a new row in that Google Sheet file, automatically we're going to send the review request through this automation. The same thing can be done not only in Zapier, but also in other no-code platform. For example, we see here the example with N8N. All right, so the trigger is this Google Sheet trigger. All right. So the trigger is on row added from the same Google Sheet worksheet. And of course, this is the action. All right. Post method, the same URL, the same free headers. All right. And of course, the body. So the same body where we get the name and the value from the trigger. Right. The same thing can be done with Pabbly. Let me show you very quickly. All right, this is the trigger. So basically, we just the process here is a little bit different in Pabbly. So when we set up the Google Sheet trigger, we do not select the specific worksheet and the trigger column, but we have to copy this URL, go into the Google Sheet file, go to extension, we go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. If we don't have it, we have to install the Pabbly extension from the Google Marketplace. And we go here on initial setup. All right. And we have to copy and paste the URL here and set the trigger column as B. We send a test. And of course, we're going to have our response here when we send the test. Of course, everything is described in details here. So this is the trigger. And of course, the action is the custom API call. The app is API by Pabbly. The action event is execute API request. The method is the post. Then we have the same endpoint URL, the free headers, and the parameters. In this case, we have the parameters built in a little bit different way. So we have two labels. One is channels, and this can be SMS or email, and one is recipient. And of course, here we have to get the data from the trigger. So we just, as we done for Zapier, we just delete the default data. We click on plus, and we get the data from the triggers. So we get the name and the phone number for the triggers. Of course, from the trigger. Of course, if we want to send the review request via emails, the process is the same. We just need to write emails here instead of SMS. And of course, here we write the emails instead of the phone number. In fact, as you can see in the API call, we have two options for the channel, email and SMS. And of course, if we select email, also the channel here change. And we have the same example also for make.com. So process is identical. This is the trigger. All right. So the trigger is the new row on the specific Google worksheet where we keep the contact details of the end customer, in this case, name and phone number. And this is the action. So HTTP request. The URL is the same. The free headers, EX, API key, content type, and accept. And then the JSON, where we get the name and the phone from the trigger. So this is how you build automations using our API documentation and no-code tools. Of course, you can do automation not only for sending a review request, but for everything that you find in this API documentation. For example, if we open the contacts section here, we see we have an API to add contact. So we can create an automation where we add for our clients contacts to their contact list inside the platform, simply by calling this API here. So we can set up an automation that, for example, your clients has a specific CRM, and you can build in Zapier an automation that, as a trigger, has new contact in your client's CRM. And that can be, for example, any kind of CRM like Salesforce or Pipedrive or Close.com, whatever CRM your client is using. So the trigger is new contact in the CRM. Of course, in the trigger, you have the contact details like the name and the phone number of the contact. And the action is the API to add the contact. So as URL, we have this URL here. The headers are the same. All right. And for example, let's say that in the CRM we have the name and the phone number. All right. We have to add this thing in the body of the request. So we just copy this thing. We go to Zapier, and in the data section we paste the content, and of course we substitute the default name and phone number and phone numbers with the data that we get from the trigger. So I want to show you also another example that I built. This example is specifically for you as an agency. If you want to add clients automatically, and you don't want to use our direct Stripe integration, but you use other payment gateways because, for example, Stripe is not available on your country, and let's say you want to use PayPal. So you can build this automation here with the PayPal. So you set up the trigger. Let me edit this up so you can see every detail. So you connect firstly, of course, your PayPal account to Zapier. If you do not know how to connect PayPal to Zapier, just go to YouTube and search how to connect PayPal to Zapier. So you connect your PayPal account. This is the trigger event billing subscription webbook. So a client sign up to one of your PayPal subscription plan. All right. And of course, this is the action. So you call Climbo API. Specifically, of course, you call this API here. So add clients, which is this endpoint to invite a customer to your platform. And this is how the API works. So this is the URL. So api.climbo.com/client. So this is what you have to copy and paste here. And this is the JSON inside the request that you can copy and paste from here. So in order to add a client to the platform, the required fields are just the email and the plan ID. So the plan that you want to add your clients to. And so you get the email from the PayPal checkout event. All right, as you can see here, the email is the subscriber email that we get from PayPal. And the plan ID, of course, is the ID of the Climbo plan that we want to add the clients to. And of course, in order to get the ID of the plan, we go to our plans section. We open the plan to which we want to add the client to, and this is the ID. All right, so we just copy the ID and we paste it here, and that's it. Of course, then we have the free headers as before, and we copy and paste the headers here, and the automation is done. So basically, whenever a client sign up for a PayPal subscription, is going to be automatically added into the platform as a client. You also have this parameter called welcome that you can set at true or false. If it's true, we also automatically send them the welcome email. So they receive by email an invitation with a magic link to log into the platform. So you don't have to do nothing manually. If you set this parameter to false, we're going to just add automatically the client to the platform. So the client will appear here. but we are not going to send them the welcome email. If you want to invite them to use to log into the platform, you just copy the invite link from here and you send them manually via email or message. So they click on that link and they onboard and they start to use the platform. And of course, this automation to automatically add clients for after a PayPal trigger event can be done also for N8N, Pabbly, and the make.com. The process is the same. We set up the trigger. For example, this is in N8N. Of course, we connect our PayPal account first, and this is the trigger event, billing, subscription created. This is the data that we get from PayPal. Of course, what we need is just the email of the customer because we need the email here when we call our api.climbo.com/client, and of course in the body there is the email here that we get from the PayPal checkout. So basically we have just let me show you how to do it. We just get the email from here. All right, and we move it and we grab it here, right? And that's it. All right, then you save and the automation is going to run. Same thing also for Pabbly. Let me show you also this automation to add clients whenever they complete your PayPal checkout. And also this is the instructions on how to connect PayPal as a trigger, and this is the action. All right, we call this app API Pabbly post method. This is the URL. This is our free headers, and then these are the parameters: email, welcome, and plan ID. All right, and of course we get the email from the PayPal trigger. All right, and same thing for make.com if you're using make. All right, the trigger of course is PayPal, and this is the action event. All right, add client endpoint URL, and this is the JSON of the body of the request. And of course we get this email from the PayPal checkout. All right, so we just have to find the email here. All right, this is the email, and we move it here. All right, so whenever we receive the payment in PayPal, Make is gonna add our client for us. So this is how you work with our APIs and no-code tools. And basically you can call any API you find on this documentation here. So we have API to do everything. Of course, we keep adding new API. For example, you can also connect integrations for your clients via API. You can also reply to reviews via API. So calling this endpoint here, list reviews, you're going to get all your clients' reviews. Of course, each review has an ID, and then you can use this API here to reply to the specific review with a custom text, just inserting the ID of the review into the endpoint URL. So you can do very, very advanced stuff with the automation. Of course, in the description of these YouTube videos, you're gonna find the URL to get these templates of N8N, Zapier, Pabbly, and make.com. Another important thing to mention is that, of course, the clients mode APIs has an unbranded URL. So there is not the Climbo URL here. So also your clients can use automations without noticing that Climbo is in the backend. So it's fully an unbranded experience for your clients. While the APIs for the agency mode, for example, the API to add clients, of course, has the Climbo URL. So make sure you check this when you build automation for you or for your clients. And the two URLs are different. So Climbo agency mode APIs has api.climbo.com as URL, while clients mode APIs has api.mysas.site, so an unbranded URL. So have fun with automations.